Tracks again, and today, guys, I'm here to do another anime review, and the review is to Shokugeki no Soma Season 2, Episode 8, guys, aka Food Wars Season 2, Episode 8, guys. So let's get into it. So, guys, in this episode, it's mainly focused on Soma trying to find the perfect fish, pretty much. The perfect fish he could pretty much use to, face off against Karma and Nikori's assistant. I still cannot freaking say his name right. I think Karakagu? I think that's his name. I'm fucking not very good with names, you guys should know that. Only some certain names are made to pronounce properly, or I freaking remember. Literally, with names. Even people I may have just, who I know for a while, some reason I might still forget their names. Yeah. I don't know why, but that's what happens. But yeah, but technically, yeah. So Soma, I was trying to pretty much find the best fish he can actually use to defeat Karma and Kaku. So he, now we figured out there's lots of ways you can judge the quality of fish. This specific fish, I think they're using Yumi. I think it's the kind of fish they're using. I might be wrong with the name, but that's what the kind of fish they use. So if you guys know what Yumi is, they're very silver-like, very fit in sort of kind of fish. Now we got a lot of different ways you can judge the freshness, the quality of the fish. We also figured out how you can cook the fish as well, how different ways you can cook it, and we also how the acids, fish have different acids, and the acid, I can't remember the name of the acid that's inside of it. I think it's the same kind of acid that's in any form of living organism that does affect the food, and thanks to this acid, it does makes the taste of the fish a lot better. Now, I think it's nitric acid. I might be wrong. About that, but I know it's some form of acid that is in the fish that makes have a very good flavor, and depending on the how much or how good vibrant the acid is, it does affect the quality of the fish. Now we find out that Kakeru and Karma, we find out that they know literally a lot of how to judge the quality of the fish, of a Yumi fish, and someone only knew half of it, what they know. So that is the big problem. So he had a big disadvantage here. So he's trying to figure out ways he could do so he can, find the best way to defeat the fishes they're using. And the big conclusion he came out with is that aging. He's going to decide to use aging. Some people don't actually not know, because I found out. I actually shocked about this information because I've been into cooking for quite a while, and I know different styles of cooking that exist. And I'm actually surprised that, and there are some. And when I found that some people don't know about this way, I'm actually shocked because I was not expecting this. Not many people to know. But one of the ways with cooking meat is actually aging it. Literally, if you actually age the meat, even though fish is technically not meat, you can do the same thing with fish because it's a living organism. If by just aging it, you can actually have the acid within it could actually really make the flavor of the fish much more better than a fresh meat would do. Even though I do prefer my fresh meat. I cannot deny, if you actually age it well enough, you can make very good. What do you think some foods out there that last for 1,000 years? Some reason some people fucking like it. Actually, not just some, a lot of people like it. Like the 1,000-year-old eggs. Even though it's not that appealing, I can see why a lot of people might like it, because aging was involved. Aging does sometimes. Now, you might think out molding. Yes. What do you think is going to make sure to purify it, because the only way that it will work is by purifying the meats. Pretty much trying to figure out a sauce that makes sure that even though you're aging the meat, no mold, no bacteria will go in it to make sure it will contaminate the meat enough to it can poison you or kill you. And I take it, and we learned different ways how this aging would work. One way is smoking it. Surprisingly, the smoke technique works. Also, we know that pickling could also work as well. So pickling could also work. That confines the meat, but yet again, it'll help you age the meat. So we already know different ways how you can age the meat and purify it to make sure no bacteria can go in. So we learned from what Summer was learning different ways of how to pretty much purify and able to age the meat, age the fish, to able to compete with them in the finals. That's what pretty much all this episode is mainly all about. Now, what this episode really is mostly the stress of Summer trying to figure out how to defeat them, literally. And Summer was trying his best to see which is the best way to purify the fish and again get the best fish, because even the best fish, depending on what kind of fish you're using, what kind of Yuri fish you're using, the best option is go for the in my opinion, first find the freshest, best Yuri fish you can find at all anywhere. Try to get that as best you can get, that's available, and then age that fish, then use it. Because technically, if you think about it, if you get one of the best fresh fish, but then you age it, and it will still come out good, literally, and it'll be maybe even better. So if someone ends up finding that kind of fish, that might give him a victory in this round. Now, we also got some specification that rumors are going around that Selma's going to end up losing against these two, which I feel like, have you not seen Selma in the Premier League? Did you not know? It was not thanks to judges being an odd number. If the judging was not odd numbered, the Premier League would have been a draw between Soma and Karma. They both would have drawed with the same number of points. It's only because there was an odd number of judges that Karma won. Only because there's an odd number. That's the problem. Like I said, when it does come to judging, if you have an equal number of judges, you have a potential of drawing. Or yet again, now, if you do have an odd number of judges, like again in the main semi-finals and the finals as well, yet again, and also and the quarterfinals, there was still again odd number of judges. But that's still, now where drawing is that the one that's left standing cannot judge the dish, or at least one of them, the odd number cannot judge the dish, any of the dishes properly, and she completely gives up. That's the only way it can also be a draw. But really, if judges are not odd and they're even, then there's a strong chance it's going to be a draw. But of course, all the judges here were odd numbered, so it was pretty much luck. Pretty much just complete luck that Kokoru and Karma had their draw, because if the other judge pretty much had a decision, one of those two will have lost. One of those two will have lost. Which, really, that would have been a big flaw when it comes to actually judging someone's food capability, because if you really think about it, everybody has different tastes. Everybody does. Everyone has a different form of taste. Like with me, I have a form of different taste. What do you feel like if I was a judge? I will be more for the meat get offered to do more of the meat category than the vegetarian category because I don't like vegetables. I never had vegetables my entire life. The flavouring of the vegetables, I never liked the flavour. It makes me sick as well for some reason. Maybe because my body just denies it and stuff, maybe because of that, but I just don't like the fucking flavour. Literally, vegetables I don't like the flavour of. That's it. And I don't like the flavour, that's what gets me no. Now when it comes to meat, I fucking like the flavour, I like the texture of the meat, and yeah. And if I was be a judge, I am more like only going to get chosen as a judge for maybe a meat-based category. Or maybe a savoury dish that has maybe the vegetable, but yet again also has a lot of meat as well. So savoury or pretty much just dough-based or sweet-based or meat-based categories I will be able to pick up a judge for because I like my salty and my sweet-based foods. I got a sweet tooth and I also got a very salty, fatty meat tooth. Actually, tongue. I'm gonna say tongue for that one because I fucking love meat like chili. Yeah. So if I was gonna get judged, I'll be in those two, but vegetables I will not be able to be judged for because again, my taste of food is different. So everybody has different tastes. So that's a big problem about judging someone's quality of cooking. Is that everybody has a different taste. So the way I would think if I do get put into a category where I have to judge someone with vegetables, I need to stay with stomach of course, but be able to judge if I was gonna get forced to eat it, and there's no other form of food out there, and I was gonna get forced to eat these vegetables. I know I sound like a fucking child, I say, because I know it's immature to not like vegetables. Well, I cannot help it, I just don't like it, but if I had to get forced to eat vegetables, and depending on these two cookers in front of me, to make it a fair game, I would have to literally judge, which vegetable they made, which vegetable dish they were making, and of course they can be more fair. They have to make the same dish. They have to make the same vegetable dish. So depending on what, I have to physically check which one I would prefer, literally, and judge it equally. Because as like I said, I'm someone who does not like vegetables. So really, getting someone who says they don't like vegetables, giving you a vote saying yours was the best, in a way, is a big deal because you at least made them somewhat like it. Because even though you didn't fully like it, at least you found it a bit better compared to the other. And that means you're getting a bit more higher props. So really the best way of judging, get judges that don't really like that much of the food that you're serving. So yeah, judge. That's what I'm thinking about when it comes to judging. And also they have to be very good judges as well. If they're not very good at judging, don't bring them up. But they're professional judges of food, but they have specific foods they don't like. Pick those judges. Or at least one of those judges. To make at least the game balanced and able to fully justify the food quality and the food they get given. Because they know, as they don't know that kind of food, they will at least can judge that even though they don't like that kind of food, they can judge on how someone else would like it. Because they know other people would like it. So that means they have to judge it on their personal view of what other people would see this food and able to eat it, which one they think is going to be most better and better fit. So that means they have to put themselves in other people's shoes. Yet again, like I said, draw system could come into gear where they might be the last one to judge. That's why it's so hard to choose. Because those judges, those being professional, they chose it from their own specific category, their personal taste. But as just someone who does not like it at all to begin with, you need to judge on the majority. You need to taste it as the way how the majority combine everybody's way of tasting together. Even though you won't know if it's fully, you can get a summary of how other people would take, how they would like the taste. So you pretty much get that summary in your mind, get your taste pretty much in a way, control your taste buds in that way, and judge. And when you fairly judged it and chose that one, you win instantly. And that person would be the best chef. That's what I feel like could be the better way, because that one judge, that, like I said, it's not like big 40. I know, why I'm going full character when I'm talking about the anime, but, I'm talking about the anime. This is one of the things I could see with the anime, and the mangaka could have researched more. They could also research the type of judges they can use. Literally. The type of judges they could use, and see what they would do, and think, and react to this kind of food. Now, if they're allergic to this food, like I said, don't bring them up. But if they just don't like it because of just don't liking it, they just don't eat it because they don't like the flavour or anything like that. It's not because of a condition, I think, then bring them up. Let them judge. Depending on what they think they say majority of people prefer. They're the better cook, they're the better chef. Yeah. And depending on the score, like I said, if it's pretty much a draw right now, the last, you can easily, and you're that kind of guy, you'll be the faithful judge, and you decide, and pretty much if you judge it properly, if you're that kind of judge, you'll be judging, yeah, he's the better cook straight away. So yeah. So that's my personal opinion, how I would see how a good judge could be chosen. Now, like I said, I actually, so back to the main anime, so yeah, pretty much, like I said, the reason why I extended it, because that is what pretty much this episode was about, is that Soma trying to find the best Yuma fish and aging it, and using the aging technique to improve the flavouring of the fish. So, yeah, and the reason why I just went to the previous episode and talk about like judges and stuff, because again, judges came up, the two judges got because near the end of the episode, the judges that vote, the three judges that are coming in for voting the winner of the autumn elections, pretty much. Trying to figure out who should win the tournament, pretty much. And the three judges are the headmaster, I'm trying to get well, actually I can say his secondary title. You could say the main guy, the first seat of one of the older generations. But that big guy, the old generation, the first seat of one of the older generations of the school, and then Nikiri's mother was here, batting, like literally her accent. She was trying to pull off. Fuck, don't like that accent, literally, and the way you're trying to make bad Japanese, it was like, oh my god, that was just, like, you can tell that is someone who is Japanese trying to get an accent and trying to be crap at Japanese, which is very, very cringy and disturbing. Which I cannot help that voice acting for her. It just fucking disturbed me for her character. I've actually heard this voice act before, and I know she does well with voice acting. But still, that moment, that's so cringy. Trying to do bad Japanese. Literally. When I think about voice actors doing other languages and trying to fail their own language, like I get very cringed at it because it's freaking disturbing. I don't know why, but it really disturbs me when they try to fake that they cannot understand their own language or pronounce their own language properly. It's just so disturbing, and with the accent as well. It's again, I don't know why it's just disturbing and very cringy for me. But that's what my personal opinion. Because, like I said, I don't know what if you're actually not from the country, I a bit more acceptable when it comes to you will not be very good with someone else's language because you're not originally from that country. But and if you got a disorder as well, I accept this. If you got a mental or a physical disorder, make sure you cannot properly pronounce things as well. I accept that as well. My sister, even though she's not. The reason why I could play what she does it because she's freaking annoying. Literally, she's annoying. That's my mental personality is just annoying in general. But I already know mainly because of her condition. That's why I accept her. Even because like I already know that. Like look at me, guys. I'm not very good at my language properly. At least more understandable compared to. Oh my god, I've always liked the last episode. But my sister, she has a crooked mouth. A slight crooked mouth. So that means some of the words she brings out might not be as fluent because, well, she could not be able to pronounce it properly. Because for anybody who actually know my sister, when she tries to smile, you can tell her face is a little bit crooked. Like, because an incident happened with her when she was a little child. Like a little baby child, literally. And involving her heart problem, because she has also have a heart problem. And when she was like only like a week old, if I remember correct, she had to have an operation because the heart was about to die, and she had a bad heart problem. So they had to do an operation on her heart, and she was only a week old. Luckily, my sister survived. Luckily, so that's a good thing. Luckily, my sister did survive. But still, she had to have a heart transplant. So, and because that means as you have to have your body, and she was a baby. Majority of the time she was lying only on one side. She was only lying on one side. Because of that, it sort of made sure it crooked her mouth by laying on that one side for quite a long time, literally a long time. It deformed her mouth a bit, so it made sure her mouth is crooked a bit. So I already know part of the reason why she cannot pronounce it is because of her condition. So like I said, if it's a condition or or you're just a foreigner of a specific country and you cannot understand and you cannot pronounce that other country's words properly, or that you're originally someone who came from another country, even though you're descent from another country, you've been living in the other country for so long, you cannot pronounce your native one as well. So if you're just someone who's native to another country but been to another country for so long, you cannot pronounce the other language properly because you've inherited the accent. So in other words, if you're just someone who inherited an accent from a country you've been living for so long and you're trying to learn other language, I'm more acceptable of that. But if you're someone who's been living in your country for so long, and you're trying and you actually do have you actually have very good pronunciation of your language, like very good at it, but when you're trying to make it sound bad, it's so disturbing. Literally, just so disturbing. So yeah, I'm just gonna say the voice actor for that is just I have actually heard better ones. I literally do have heard better ones, but I'm just saying, to me it's just disturbing when they try to fail at their own language. And we know it's just definitely not because of condition. If it is because of the condition, then a lot different. I accept. But when you can tell it's definitely not because of the condition, it's just, oh my god. So yeah. But that's my personal opinion. I'm not trying to be rude here. I'm just saying that's my personal opinion when it comes to voice acting in general. So yeah, and that's all I've got to say about that part. But yeah, now animation I could say about the episode. Animation still looked fucking good. It was mostly still frames. But except the point where Soma and Kurokuro was doing a little face off with the fish. And that was fucking epic. Oh my god, the animation for that point. And again, Kurokuro going through his beast mode. Oh, that was fucking good as well. But yeah, and that's all I've got to say. Anyway guys, that's my anime review to Shokugeki no Soma Season 2, Episode 8 guys, or Food Wars Season 2, Episode 8. So guys, like it, comment, try fans today. If the guys want to send fan mail, go in the description down below, my address is there, and yeah, hope you guys like it. comment, like, and subscribe, and see you guys later. Bye, guys!